I lived on Linden and Euclid. She'll go to the edge of the porch, Earlie! And then everybody in the neighborhood would be like, hey, your mom calling you. Go in the house. It's over with. So, my name's Earlie Smith, aka Isu, old as hell. Springfield native, 40 years old, grew up with this man. Um, right now, I am getting ready to further a cause that I care deeply about. I had heart surgery October of last year, so almost a year. And so we're doing an interview. My brother had the same surgery. Just heart awareness, heart health, blood pressure, genetics, like all those things were a factor in it. And so we are just wanting everyone, especially us, class of 2002, 2000 to, 2010, whatever. But the 02, 03, all of us, we're 40 and almost 40. So it's time to start paying attention to the larger things in life. Springfield was like a bubble in some ways. Like, I remember being like 7 or 8 before even really knowing that there was a problem between black and white, or racism of any kind. And then when I did experience it, it was explained to me and I didn't experience it again till college. Growing up here was like, it was different when we were growing up. It was a community, you know what I'm saying? We used to ride our bikes and it wasn't like text and find out where everybody at. Use Find My iPhone to find people. It was you rode through the city and where everybody's bikes was at, you knew that's where the crew was at for the day. Like if they didn't catch you before you got out the house dressed, you got to find me on the move. Like it was just, I don't know if it's the nostalgia of being a child, but it felt like a community. It felt warm and fun, and there was struggles. We was po for real, but I didn't ever feel like I was missing out on something. I lived a life. I had white friends. I had all black friends. I had, there was a Indian little girl that I used to be cool with. There was racism. It was there. I just didn't have to experience it. I do know that once I got a little older, Devon Williams, rest his soul, one of the best to ever walk this earth. He was always getting harassed, like by the police in high school. And it's like, why are the police so involved with what's going on? And then it is a place where you can get trapped if you're in the wrong, line of business. You feel me? Like, you can get got here. Back in my day, we played outside. I go outside. You don't remember back in the day, your mom come outside and call you like, hey, mom would go to the edge of the porch. I lived on Linden and Euclid. She'll go to the edge of the porch, Earlie! And then everybody in the neighborhood would be like, hey, your mom calling you. Go in the house. It's over with. But we didn't go home all day. When she was out the house, she was out to the street lights. Shit, depending on what she was doing, maybe a little later. So I was raised by a village. So my mom, she worked a lot and, she was living life to the fullest. And so like 5 to like, I don't know, 7th grade, from the age of 5 to 7th grade, I was mainly with like my grandma. I'm named after her, Earlie Mae White. Yeah, but so I was raised by them for the majority of elementary and half of middle. It was strict. with my grandparents. Like, you know, the grandparents don't play that. You gotta be in that. I couldn't even stay in a sport starting the track season. I came home one day and I was like, ugh. And she was like, oh, you can't do that anymore. So my middle school, high school experience was really limited in a way. I went to Emerson. I was a gifted and talented kid, you know, on the east side of Springfield. I didn't have bad experiences in school. Um, they kind of nurtured me, you know what I mean, and helped me to foster some kind of power over my intelligence. Then middle school, oh my gosh, Hayward. So right before that summer that we were about to start sixth grade, that was the first time there was a gun found in the school, right? And it went off and shot at the locker. And I was terrified, like, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of thugs. And I was a little sissy girl. I wasn't about, you know, none of that life. I'm like, oh my God. But I go, Hayward was a vibe. Hayward was a vibe. Mr. Horn's homeroom. I was with Josh Smith and Jesse Edwards. We used to be in there clowning, like it was lit.